It's time for our Ford S-Max to head for pastures new, and I can give my verdict on this MPV and its load-carrying ability. Overall, the S-Max has been quiet and superbly refined, and I've loved its long-distance cruising comfort and high-tech goodies. But spending more time behind the wheel of any car can show up its shortcomings, and there are some things about the S-Max that have left me rather disappointed. Don't get me wrong, I think this is arguably one of the best mainstream cars that Ford makes. It's certainly better than the Mondeo, as well as the largely similar, but more expensive, Galaxy. But you need a very specific kind of lifestyle to make the most of this people carrier. I must confess that I've very rarely used all 3 rows of seats. Other members of the Auto Express team have reported that the 7-seat setup is handy if you're transporting lots of friends, but unless you've got more than 3 kids, or you're always volunteered to take a big group on an outing, then the back row won't see much action. While the 3rd row isn't as roomy as that of a Citroën Grand C4 Picasso, passenger space in the middle is good. This is where it does fit my lifestyle, as there are ISOFIX points on all 3 of the individually sliding and folding seats, and there is no issue with shoulder space for 3 adults. I have no complaints about the amount of boot space on offer, either. I've turned the S-Max into a van numerous times, and a bonus of the heavily tinted rear windows is van-like security, you can't see what's inside. But when you've only got a few odds and ends to carry, the sheer size of the boot is also its undoing. There are 2 lashing eyes, a modest bag hoop to one side and a slim underfloor storage area behind the rearmost seats, but that's it for practical touches. The underfloor storage is awkwardly shaped, and is only really any good for long, slender items, like umbrellas, or baguettes. What's more, the extending load cover isn't really fit for purpose. It's set back from the middle row seats, so there's a gap between it and the backs of the chairs in front. The load cover's sheer length means it's almost impossible to remove or replace it without scratching the plastic trim in the boot, either, and there's nowhere to store it in the car when it's not in use. Still, the engine is quiet and refined, and combined with soft suspension, the S-Max is a pretty comfortable cruiser. We've added adaptive cruise control to our car, which comes with active city stop, for £900. It takes the strain out of long-distance travel, and the S-Max is proving quiet and refined. The only real quibble with our new arrival is its sheer size. There's no doubt a B-Max is far easier to park, but at least the S-Max gets front and rear parking sensors as standard. We've added front and rear cameras for £400 and park assist for £150 for extra peace of mind, but the S-Max is undoubtedly a bit of a beast to park. Still, it's easier than finding space for 2 cars.